Kia ora, namaste, and a very warm welcome to all our viewers tuning in from around New Zealand and beyond. You're watching live coverage of the 2025 New Zealand Indian Hockey Championship, proudly hosted this year by the Waikato Indian Sports Club in conjunction with New Zealand Indian Sports Association, bringing together community, competition and culture. This tournament has grown into one of the premier events on the New Zealand Indian community sporting calendar, showcasing not only some of the best hockey talent in the country, but also a legacy that stretches back generations. Whether you're new to the NZIHC or have been around since the old QBT days, you're in for an absolute treat again this year. And it's our last game for the afternoon on Turf 1, on the live stream turf here. We're back with men's A section game between Waikato Indians and North Harbour Indians. Two teams that have recently been promoted up to rejoin the men's A section in a revamped NZIHC, which features all 8 of the Indian sports clubs from around the country, with A teams in this year. First time ever that we've had all 8 Indian sports clubs represented in the men's A section. So new times and exciting times it is for the Indian sports clubs around New Zealand. And as I mentioned, 2 of the newer additions here in North Harbour and Waikato, as we see the 2 teams come back in for their final words of wisdom from the coaching staff. North Harbour, they're in the blue and white strip, while Waikato in the traditional red and black. And at home, hosting this year's tournament, finally get to showcase their skills in front of the home crowd and on the live stream as well. A couple of players across the teams to look out for. Waikato, of course, Ailish Suka has led the charge and the revitalisation of Waikato in the men's A section. You can see him there with the headband on, about to lead his troops out. Devin Hari, another one who's playing alongside Sai Hari out there today. And their captain, Milan Pasodum, as well. And we see him shaking hands there. Another leader in this Waikato team. Equally for the North Harbour side, Keenan Becker, who we see there ready to do the coin toss. He'll captain the Harbour team. Behind him, Shahil Lala, another that have been pivotal in promotion of North Harbour back into the A section. He'll be joined out there. Behind him, you can see there, Hasmit, part of the women's coaching staff, and out there for the men's team, as well as the likes of Ashish Kishore, Nishil Padel, and Ruben D'Souza, who really lit things up in the Heritage Tournament a little earlier in the year. So look out for him. Our 2 umpires for today's match, Peter Sigurdsson and Parry Patel, legend of the Indian hockey community. Parry, there he is.
Oh, Parry.
It's his first look on the live stream. He tells me he's been working out all year for this one. Looking good there. We see Ailish and Shahil on opposite sides. They'll come out here, and I'm joined in commentary for our last game. Suresh Wallab, NZISA president.
How's everybody going?
Back again, S-Man, for the last one of the day here.
Is this the last one?
6th game for day 1.
Wow.
And we're here, Waikato A, North Harbour A. There's the 2 teams out there looking good. I like to say as well, goalkeepers, colour coordination. How good is that? Red and black there of Shirish Rathore for Waikato, and the all blue and whites there, Shaquille Kanji for Harbour. So
actually, I think Shaquille might have to change, won't he? Because that blue is pretty blue.
It's pretty blue. Nah, that'll be all right. Perry's got good eyes.
Well, I hope so, because usually
yeah, usually it's not allowed to be that close, considering how blue that is, but
he looks pretty smart, though. He looks, you could go to the social in that.
Yeah, it does look good colour coordination.
Yeah, that's good, because like Shaq there, he plays regularly for Auckland Indians, but wanted a chance to play in the A grade, so it was great that Auckland borrowed him out. And it'll be good exposure for him, you know, because he was a backup goalie at Heritage. Obviously, just learning a few of the things with Dills, and did a good job there. but this will give them a good opportunity to play a bit of hockey, you know, on the big dance.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the, you know, the biggest positives that we've spoken about already this weekend about the expansion of the men's A section, right? Especially when you look at guys like goalkeepers, when it was only 4 teams, you pretty much have to be the top one in most of your area to even get a look at it.
Yep.
Especially if you're in Auckland, well, Dill's got it locked down for the most part. So creating more opportunities here for more players, not just goalkeepers, but right across the paddocks.
Yeah, for players across the field, you know. And here we go. Looks like we're all ready to rock. Who's our number 1?
Yeah, under lights there. It's Jeevan there. Gets things underway. They come right to the back here. Harbour. And now rolling forward. Great link up. Here he is. He's got an open circle to go at too. I think it must have gone pretty close to finding a foot on its way. It took a little skip off something.
Maybe a stick touch there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it must have been off must have touched nothing because it's North Harbour's ball. Waikato ball, sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, cool to see a couple of pretty handy coaches. And this one again, Umashari, of course, for Waikato. Not only a coach, but a father in this one. And on the opposite side, Timon Iverson, who I think gets his Indian from the number of times he's visited the dairy. Timon.
Yeah, I think he's part of the North Harbour setup, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it.
Plays up there,
plays the intercity comp. Him and his brothers, the Iverson boys.
That's right.
Long-time New Zealand Māori players. But yeah, they've been involved in the club for a couple of years now at North Harbour Indians, playing in the Prem grade up there. So good to see. I think both he and his brother on the coaching staff in Harbour. Oh, that must have been saved there by Shirish Rathor.
It's a good save. A point, you know, pretty close up there.
And Shahil Lala goes over the top.
Keenan out wide.
Keenan Becker, of course, the captain of the Harbour side this weekend.
Yeah, he's got some nice smooth skills, though. We saw that through Heritage. And
yeah, again, another one of those ones, not the biggest customer, but, man, he's got a skill set on him.
He's got some wheels, too, eh? He's showed his pace a few times. Remember at Heritage, the 2 heavyweights on the wings there.
Right.
Heron and Keenan there, carving him up.
And now down this left-hand side. That's a little bit too easy in the end there. That's one of the Fernandez brothers. Well, they're both there, in fact. 7 and 8 together as a little foot race into the corner. I'll let it all roll over the sideline. Hans Singh was in 15 chasing for Waikato.
Hans with the old do-rag, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he borrowed that one from Timon Iverson, actually. There's now a bit of space and time here for Harbour. And there's the overhead. Oh, it's going to fall well for Harbour. Oh, couldn't bring it in. And Ailish Suka, he's out here, of course. His brother Nidish, well, they're playing over at St. Paul's at the moment. Their game must be pretty close to underway. I think it might already have started.
Yeah, so they will be playing.
CD.
Pookie CD, so that'll be a big game. Hopefully we can get a few updates from around there.
Yeah. Keep you up to date with how that one's going. And I will say, yes, man, there's a storm brewing over on Turf 2 at the moment. In 10 minutes' time, that one kicks off Wellington v Auckland.
Yeah, that's
the men's Pool A match.
That's going to be...
it's a huge one, considering the 2 shootouts in the men's A pool, or men's A section, Pool A in the earlier games, both games going to shootouts. So that pool is wide open at the moment.
Yeah, for the 4 teams, right? So as soon as someone wins with a bonus point, you know, that gives them 5 points.
Yep.
You know, a win gets you 4, but if you win by 2 or more, it's got to be clear too. It's good to see Ruben playing.
Yeah, Ruben De Souza.
Yeah, he was part of the Heritage under-18 squad.
Yep, and played at Heritage tournament as
well.
well.
Yeah, he was Ruben the Asian.
Yep.
So it's good to see Ruben the Indian here, which is great.
Yeah, ball over distance. Millen Looking, what a pass here for Fernandez. Local boy. Plays his hockey here. And, oh, just trying to link up. Love the pass there across the goal.
Is that Millen there, eh?
Yeah,
Just
passoed him.
We needed that wing sitting on the post there.
Oh, and that one's just a straight turnover. And now Waikato come forward again. And free hit will fall there. It was Keenan Bickert got all the way back there.
Some of these boys can drop some bombs, can't they?
Yeah, and on the turf too. So you see a little free hit coming here for Waikato. Pretty aggressive looking press here too from Harbour.
Yeah.
Trying to cut the field in half.
Pushing right up there, eh? Look at that. Nice.
Works. Oh, the little 3D pass goes in behind. But yeah, really interesting press shape there. Certainly against the back three is pretty much just cutting off the back pass and then trying to hedge the bets on the middle transfer. So see if whether that keeps paying off for North Harbour.
Yeah, just makes you wonder how long they're going to keep it on for, though, you know.
Yeah.
Whether you just run 5 minutes with it or you run the full game with it. It's always that trap because, you know, with some of the coaches, they can pick that up and start moving things around a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. All it takes is a pivot in the right area, and you're absolutely screwed from there. But yeah, love the coaching adjustments, and now Harbour, they roll their way forward here. It's found a foot.
Keenan. Touch, yeah. Playing in the midfield now.
A bit of everywhere, Keenan.
It's usually
and Fernandez searching, throws the overhead, crossfield. No one over there though for them. And these two teams, like I said, fairly recent additions to the men's A section.
Yeah, well, first time for Waikato in the A section.
Yep.
And yeah, Harbour were there last year. Is that right? Yep. Harbour were there last year, so.
Yeah, up there at home, Harbour, and then yeah, interestingly, both teams added in their home tournaments, added up to the men's A section. So yeah, we see a bit of back and forth there. We'll finally bring it under control. Saihari. Oh, picked here, and now big one, 3v2. Ailish Suka does enough to at least stop it for a second. And that one's not 5. Just started to take it too quickly. Parry all over it.
Yeah, I think that pass could have gone a bit earlier instead of going through him. He should have dropped it to that left side.
Yeah.
I think it was open, so.
He's a tough one though. Ailish got such a big reach.
Yeah.
Can't get that close to him. And Waikato can't get through. Becker again cleans that one up. Now just trying to get some numbers forward here, Waikato. A little slap will go through. And it's actually going to be 16 as signalled there by the ref. So unfortunately our brother in the do-rag will just drop it and leave it. Yeah, a good bit of gamesmanship there.
Yeah. Can't give him too much, eh?
And great overhead. Oh, he's
Mun here.
pull it down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, very nearly.
I'm sure that, is that number 6, Mahir?
That is it. These numbers are a little bit tough to see on the back of the Harbour players. Can't tell if it's a 5 or a 6. Oh, great skill there.
No, Ruben
Still
carving
going
it
to
through.
Souza, yeah. Husmit.
Talking about rangy players, like Ruben's pretty rangy.
Yeah.
Boy, eh? He's And still young, you know.
And
Here
now
we
with
go.
a bit of space. Tried to get it across, but cut out there by the Waikato defenders. Again, he's one of those players whose shin pads look like they only seem to come up to his ankles, even if his socks are down.
Yeah, yeah.
Still here for Harbour, and it goes edge of the circle. Oh, he's beaten one. Oh, and that's pretty rough. Yeah.
I don't think you can argue much about that, young fella.
No, that's penalty corner every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Just came over the top there. I saw Ruben was limbering up for some drag flicks. He did a couple at Heritage, the juniors. So
he's got a flick on him. Ruben De Souza will see this replay here. Lovely first skill, and yeah, that second one there. Nothing to argue about for Waikato. So first look at it. Inside 5 minutes here, the penalty corner for the visitors.
Get 2 batteries set up.
And really well run there from Ayla Shuka for a big guy to get out that quick. Ran it down, and then they cleaned up in the end, Waikato. It's equally rough, that challenge, and invite Waikato forward. They try the little one layer overhead. From the long corner, Waikato through Devon Hari. And that one's defended out over the back line. Nothing yet on the scoreboards from either team. We're inside 4 minutes left here. Hari searching.
Just say nothing in it at this stage, just pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, it is.
Both had their chances though.
Yep.
You know, they've had some open play and some pretty good runs at the circle. Not there's been any clear shots yet, has there?
Little one layer overhead falls there for Waikato. Searching for a pass, he's found one, and they'll take the sideline hit just inside the 25-yard line. And can't get through Fernandez that time.
Just holding that press, eh, Harbour?
Yeah. You're really trying to stop the ball transfer and just save them having to run across the field. I cut the field in half as much as possible. Pretty clear tactic.
Yeah.
Devon Hari looking for a way through. Two minutes left here in the first quarter. Great tackle, good defensive work there. Ashish Kishore. Now Waikato patient in their slide at the moment. Ruben De Souza looking into the middle of the field. And finally finds a pass there. It's Raj Narandas, and now looking long. Out of the back, it's going to fall out over the baseline.
10 seconds. 1 minute to go there, so.
Opportunity here perhaps for Harbour if they can get something into the circle.
Nice control.
And that one's Karanveer Singh. They're out on the sideline. And in fact, Jay Patel will jump onto it. Here is Jay. Out through to Souza. There's this baseline searcher. And well taken down on the baseline. Just, yeah, couldn't link up there. Back onto the baseline. Inside 30 seconds left to go here. And we've just started out on turf 2. That game is underway. Wellington, Auckland. Out here, Waikato and Harbour, all men's A section games. I believe this one on our turf is Pool B. And over on the far turf is Pool A, is one's battered across the circle on the dying seconds of the first quarter. And there's the hooter. 0-0 at the moment between Waikato, the hosts, and the visiting North Harbour team. I think I had to have a look through the old records. The last time these two teams actually played each other was in 2021 up in Pukea. It was a men's B section semi-final. North Harbour won that one 3-0.
Yep.
Yeah, the last time we saw this matchup.
2021, eh?
Yep, back up in the motherland.
Yeah.
Of Pukekohe, as we see some of this first quarter highlight. It probably did flatter the North Harbour team. They had probably the more of it in this first quarter.
Yeah, just good running there, eh?
Yeah, really solid line from Ailish, and got a good distance out as well. And outside of that, not a huge amount following, bar this late bash.
Loose bash in there. Yeah, so yeah, maybe both teams are still just finding their feet, maybe.
Yeah, there we see Umish pretty animated in the middle of their huddle at the moment. He would have played a little bit earlier in their men's B game. And there's Tymon Iverson out there as well. Oh, talk about a delivery. Geez, where do we hire one of those? Maybe a bit of gold label for perhaps the disco tomorrow night.
Disco hard out. We'll boot party it.
Hey.
Just a big shout out to our sponsor for the weekend, with our funding agency that helps us through this, One Foundation. They've been supporting us for a number of years now, and just a lot of the stuff we can't get through without them, you know, as you'd know, Brad.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge shout out, of course, to the team at One Foundation, not only supporting the tournament, but I know have supported a number of things NZISA over the last number of years. So
yeah, not just hockey, but you know, our heritage campaigns, our cricket, also our awards dinner, and so great for the community, like not just hockey, but all community events that you see going around. You know, One Foundation seem to be awesome for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, bringing the live stream as well. They're a big part of that. So, you know, for all of you that are watching at home, especially those that can't make it up here for the tournament.
Yep.
It's all part of One Foundation, and the live stream, of course, brought to you by Local Gecko Productions and the team. So, hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're loving being part of it, wherever you are in the country or in the world.
Yeah, I think maybe Albie might be tuning in from Singapore there, like we had his brother Damish in the last commentary. Albie may be watching his Waikato team play.
Yeah, and that's all part of what makes it so special, those that are tuning in from wherever they are around the world.
Yep. I know we had a few of the boys tune in from all over the place, you know, last year. You know, we had a few random messages from I think, what was it, old Keaton? Yep. Well, nice little entry here. So,
and penalty corner coming for Harbour. Yeah, of course, Keaton, who's usually at these tournaments, he's over in England at the moment.
Yep.
And in fact, we're going to get a little recourse here. Yep. That's part of the mics and communication that the umpires have to help get the call right. But, yeah, well done. And, yeah, like I said, shout out to any of those that are watching, especially from overseas.
Yeah, past players, you know, I know there's a lot out there. Obviously, for some reasons they can't get down here, so this is the whole reason why that we've introduced. And you know, I know One Foundation back us fully with this, the amount of reach we get out of this stuff, you know, and it's great that everyone gets an opportunity. You know, it might be we can't just have all the A-grade teams live streamed. You know, everyone needs to have it's a community thing, so all parts of the community get to enjoy what the live streaming can do and how it can, you know, just help out.
Yeah, and I think out of all 18 teams that are here this weekend, the draw has allowed 17 of the sides to all make their way onto the live stream turf.
And it's just unfortunate because it's just such a massive thing to juggle. And there's no way we can do 2 at a time either. You know, that's the unfortunate thing about live streaming. Well, you could do, but
they need to pay you twice, I reckon, S.
And pay you twice as well, my brother.
We run out of samosas before that happens.
Yeah, well.
Now, speaking of, the tent's been doing a roaring trade today. I think they sold out of butter chicken pies at about lunchtime.
Yeah, well, not sure what happened there, eh? Maybe the umpires got in there first.
Well, I heard Dill was down here knocking on the tent windows at 6 a.m, Dill Patel. So there's probably half of them. There's a little breakout here from North Harbour. And about halfway, you could hear it from Parry, the umpire, Shehulala.
He's had good control of this game, Parry.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
And he's one of those regulars in the NZI circles too. So, you know, a lot of the players know him. A lot of the coaches know him. And he's got good control of it. Yeah.
Not very often we give the umpires a good rap, eh?
No, absolutely.
You've been very tough on them for the last...
I think it's the first time you've been complimentary because there's not a pookie team out here. Hey, here come Harbour. Oh, a little bit of how you doing. Raz, going to open up.
Just can't pick it up there.
Oh, we're going to get a secondary whistle. And it's a card coming from the away umpire.
Oh, the card? Oh.
Yeah.
Millen. He saw something over the top that we didn't.
An earlier challenge, I think, before it got on its way down there. And Harbour still working around the edge of the circle, but cleaned up this time by Fernandez. And back onto it. There is Fernandez just tried to roll it down the sideline. Link back up.
Yeah, we saw those Fernandez boys last year, didn't we? And they've pretty awesome little players, you know.
Yeah, I think they actually might have had their first run around in Wellington, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Or at least one of them that year. Where we saw Waikato in the men's B section. And now footing it in the A section with North Harbour here. It's still locked up 0-0, under 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Harbour happy just to keep the ball moving around the back. Oh, lovely entry for Harbour. Bit of space here.
Ran away from it,
yeah.
Got too far in front.
The touch was a little heavy. Now Devon Hari on the ball.
So speaking of food tent, Brad, how many samosas did you end up having?
Only one. I stand on that, one lamb samosa, and it was incredible, as always. One lamb samosa from the crew here. And now coming forward, Waikato will give away the free hit. You know me, S-Man, I'm waiting for the happy hour.
Oh, yeah.
2 for 1 or something like that, I heard in the later evenings.
Or the cuzzies always looking for the happy hour, bro.
Yep. Any discount's a good one.
Yeah. Just put it on Darmish's card. He's got an account down there. Darmish Puna.
There you go, for anybody that's in and around. Freebies. Here come Waikato. Nice ball here, Amish Firma. And good win by Harbour. And here comes Keenan Becker. Oh, beats another one. Oh, he's just got caught up. Yeah, caught under his feet, Keenan Becker.
He's got some nice little skills here, Keenan.
Yeah.
Just so fast. His quick hands, you know.
Not a lot of room to work with down there, and very nearly got his way past. That was Devon and Sy both playing at the back together, the Hari boys. And now here comes Ruben D'Souza searching. That's a great pass. Oh, and a pretty rough challenge. Yeah, that's the right call from Parry. Penalty corner coming there. I think if it didn't hit the back of the stick, it was a pretty intentional sweep towards the back line anyway. And Harbour now, a big opportunity. Their first one got run down. We'll see it again here.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty...
a little bit silly.
Pretty ill discipline on that one. Like I said, I think it was both back of the stick and out over the back line. So, second penalty corner here for Harbour. Like I said, first one was run down by Ailish Suka.
For the variation, possibly.
Yeah, looked like they were going for the slide right or narrow right deflection, and the second runners deflected it instead. Well defended there by Waikato. They've answered both of them now. And Devon Hari just trying to ask for some movement out of his players. They're going to find some there. Amish Firma, though, can't link back up. And now Harbour got one right in front of the dugout. You can hear some cowbells around somewhere as well, the local support crew.
Yeah.
They're really getting behind their two men's teams this year, of course hosting the tournament, and a men's A and a men's B side. And that often opportunity arises when you host the tournament. A little bit easier for some of your local players to be back and involved.
Yeah, yeah.
And epic to see two teams for Waikato this year.
Yeah, it's great for the tournament that, you know, a lot of these teams are stepping up.
And a little back and forth, a little bit of confusion there. I think it was a late whistle on the earlier one. Yeah, Devon Hari there on it. Was just asking for the free hit earlier. And now the midfield transfer is on for Waikato. There you hear the cowbells out and around the turf. Awesome to see, awesome to hear.
Is that young Amo Singh? He was part of the heritage crew as well.
Yeah.
Under 18s.
Yep, yep.
That's right. I thought I saw recognised his little run there.
Oh, lovely skill there to beat a couple and win the free hit. Taken quickly, Harbour. Baseline entry. Cross it goes. Find the shot in the back of the goal. It goes. Number 5, Karanveer Singh.
Did he touch that in the postie?
I don't think so. I think this one's just gone straight, and we'll see a good angle of it here.
It's a nice set play.
Nice turn. Back onto the forehand.
Oh, no.
Nah, just beat them all. Yeah, Ashish Kishore was there up on the post, but the goal belongs to Karanveer Singh.
Yeah, nicely taken goal.
Yeah, nice to see a young player not just default to the big reverse stick shot. You know, wasn't there, turned back to the forehand and without swinging.
Yep.
Just a nice flick into the corner. Composure and good execution puts Harbour ahead 1-0 here. 3 minutes left before the halftime break.
Trying to take a bit of GST.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw the OCR came down a little bit and tried to take advantage of it.
Oh,
Penalty corner.
Quick pass and caught them off guard. So first, is this the first PC for Waikato?
Yep, it is. It is the first for the home team. We've seen Fernandez with the drag flick in previous tournaments.
Yep.
Looks like he'll be on the first bracket too. And Waikato hoping to go straight back with one here from short corner. Looks like it's come up off the first runner and hit one of the Waikato players up in the body. So second corner coming the way of Waikato. It was Fernandez, but it wasn't tidy at the top.
No, just a bit loose there, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they've got Devon Hari on the left and one runner on the right.
Oh, good save, Shaq.
Yep. Took a bit of a slip there, Fernandez on the drag flick, but Shaquille.
Yeah, not a very tidy trap, eh?
No, big bounce off the trap.
Yeah,
and had to chase it a little bit. But up to it there, Shaquille Kanji in goal for Harbour. It's his first save of the day. Well, first save of this game.
It's always a hard one, eh? That first one for a goalie if you haven't been in it. Like if you haven't seen any action, and just getting that first save is always a good settler for the rest of the game.
Well, that's it. 29 minutes of play, and he hasn't made a save yet, and then answered the penalty corner. So
he's done well.
Full credit. Here come Waikato with the entry. Baseline is a stick.
Yeah, he lost control of that. So,
and they look to counter, but well taken by Fernandez. And links up.
Soma.
It's going to fall here for Waikato. Though the double turnover goes the way of D'Souza. Nice skill.
Few axes coming out there. There's
Yep.
chops coming everywhere. I just think need to settle it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Ruben does that with a nice smart play.
It's like a Kiwi barbecue, yes, man. A few sausages and a couple of chops.
Yeah, mate. Here we go. Flying it through. Last 5 seconds. What has Harbour got?
Yeah, well defended there in the end. The captain got back and did the work for Waikato, and 1-0 in favour of North Harbour here. Half time between our two men's A teams, and just got a message from Seedal Patel, who we had to have a laugh at in the last game with her stick acrobatics.
Oh, she's a drama queen, isn't she?
She's just asked, please tell me you have me yeeting my stick. Can you guys send me that highlight?
We'll do a highlight reel just for you, Seedal.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll find its way online as we see some of the highlights from that first half. The bulk of it in favour of the North Harbour side. We saw a couple of penalty corners, a few opportunities at goal, most of them answered until late in that second quarter where they finally found one. So we see these opportunities here.
So just a bit of an update for our listeners at home there at St. Paul. So Pukekohe are playing Central Districts, and it's the fourth quarter I hear, and I think that said that Pukekohe are up 2-0.
Yep. And CD, of course, having the quick turnaround in their draw. They played this afternoon and then again over there tonight. So, doing pretty well, all things considered, and against a pretty fired up Pukekohe team. 2-0 the difference at the moment. And we know how quickly goals can happen from any of these teams. So, certainly not over, I'm sure, that game. See our teams out here at the moment. Over on Turf 2, we're underway over there. It's start of the second quarter. Yep. 0-0 between Wellington and Auckland. I'm sure that's where our roving reporter head to.
Yep. Well, actually, I don't actually mind it because it's pretty fresh out there, eh?
I tell you what, she's not. It's not a mild summer's evening, that's for sure.
No, and I got the bloody got the zero fade, and she's pretty cold, I must admit. You know, I didn't bring a beanie either, so.
Well, interestingly enough, I think there was one team that rolled out here this morning who looked like they'd prepared for the snow. It was actually the Wellington boys.
Yeah.
Who you'd think would be pretty good at it.
Yeah, and I think DVD was the worst culprit.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, he might have had 2 beanies on,
Yeah,
I think.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they bred them tough down there, but maybe not. So we see some of the crew. There is some beanies.
Yep.
You're right. Doesn't look the warmest out there. The crew all rugged up.
Yeah, that's Devon and Si's mum, Priya. Navina in the background there, that's all I could pick up, and I think, yeah, couldn't really see too far, but yeah, she's pretty fresh.
And there we can see the other of the Iverson brothers.
So, Rashika,
Rashika, yeah.
JC,
And the crew.
Jenny, and
Trying to
someone's still got their bloody skirt on, obviously.
Yeah, still got the playing kit on. Yeah, get some long pants on. But hiding away from the wind. Again, there's the crew trying to keep their ears warm.
Yep.
It is a cold Waikato evening here.
Wouldn't expect anything. Oh, look at that, though.
Yep, and that's
What a great shot.
That's what we came for. Hey, the beauty that is Waikato. I haven't said that ever in my life. And one thing I can see far left is the glowing arches.
Oh, look at that.
McDonald didn't take me long to spot that.
Nah.
Back out onto the field here come Harbour. They're up 1-0. Waikato, they got work to do in front of a home crowd here, the hosts of this year's tournament. Day 1. It's been a ripper. We've had 6 games. Well, we're halfway through the 6th here out on the live stream turf. We've had penalty shootouts aplenty. The first 3 games all going to penalty shootout. And now midway through the final game of the day. And of course tomorrow night, the disco, the dinner, the time and opportunity for our teams to mix and mingle off the turf. And those that got their zero fades, time to put on the outfits and get looking sharp.
Yeah, man. Yep, that's what it's there. So this number 2, did we see him in the first half?
The 2
Waikato
here for
boy.
Waikato, yeah, Guvier Randawa.
Is that, what was the young one, Randawa? What was that girl's name from the Bay of Plenty team? What was her last name? No. Oh, it's up there.
And early start goes out over the back line. Of course, teams changing ends at half time. And Harbour, I'll have it out the back.
Oh.
Both teams playing primarily in the back 3, creating some opportunities going forward. And now Ayla Shuka wins one for Waikato. Music. And breaking forward here, Harbour, a little bit of a tangle up. And now they'll step off it here, get a few extra numbers forward for Waikato.
Sorry about that team, bit of background noise.
Yeah, but early on the disco, I think some people got excited in the back rooms for the disco, and Waikato now, it's a better passing going forward for them. And here's the entry. This is excellent play.
Oh, well done there, Shaq.
Amish Firma gets a shot away off the defender's stick. Good patience just holding that extra side of the circle from Amish Firma. And that one's cut out. And that's pretty casual work there from Shahil Lala.
He did nicely, didn't he?
Yeah.
Made it look easy.
He Again, one of these players that's played the last couple of years for Harbour, and part of them regaining entry back to the A section.
Yeah, I saw Shale play club game a couple of weeks back. It's in good form.
Yep.
That's some awesome running. Great skill on the ball and that. Just a great runner of the ball.
Yeah, played a long time through the age groups with and against his brother, Sanjay.
Yeah, he was another awesome player, wasn't he?
Yep. He was quite regularly making New Zealand age group teams, Sanjay, and playing for North Harbour as well. And now...
PC.
Yep, PC coming. Again, the quick entry, catching them off guard. That's a couple of times now Waikato have gone quickly off a free hit. Just change the angle enough and get things going inward. And yeah, that up off the defender's stick into the Waikato player's body. A penalty corner and an opportunity here for Waikato to erase the 1-goal lead. It sounds like we're going to have a break of some variation, an attacking break. So the injector has to come back to halfway. And they'll get a new injector up there for Waikato. Oh, excellent, excellent variation. How smooth is that? The trapper with the bunt out to Devon Hari, and then there's a deflection in front of Shaq
Soma, I
Kanji.
think. Yeah, just popped it over.
Have a look at it again. This will be a nice angle of it. Look at that bunt. Oh, nice. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
How good. Just like that, Waikato, Rakesh Soma. And they equalise back all level here. Good start to the third quarter. And fortunately for Umesh Hari, because he had no more hair to pull out, so they needed to do something pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think probably from a goalkeeper, I think you need to stay up. Like, I don't know if you need to log.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen the prevalence of the log.
Yeah, saw a couple this morning where I think guys are just going down way too early. You know, you got to back yourself, stay up.
Yep.
You know, if that was your first or second PC, just stay up. I don't. But hey, you know, it's easy to say that.
That's it.
But
I've never missed a save up here. Tell you that. And now Harbour, they did the hard work in the first half. Now find themselves back to all square. And Keenan Bicker just rolls that one out. And pretty easy cut out that time. Millen just dribbling into a bit of trouble though.
Just a little bit too far ahead of himself, right?
And they come out and around. This time Harbour looking for a way forward. And that one can't link up. Nothing there on the end of it for the visitors. And Waikato fresh off scoring their opening goal of the game. They'll have a 16-yard hit here. Roll it through. Ailish Suka. He's going to be under a little bit of pressure now. And he's looked long that time. Trying to link up. Up the front there with Han Singh. We're going to get a, looks like yellow card this time. Neither of them entirely sure who it's for, as they've both gone off. But I think the yellow was to the Waikato player.
Even Harry?
Yeah, while I think Ruben de Souza's gone off because he got hit in the head. So now Waikato will be short a player for at least 5 minutes. Should be most of this remaining third quarter. And, well, Harbour, they're without, you know, one of their more experienced, I guess, still a young fella, but pretty skillful players, and Ruben de Souza, who's off the field at the moment. And Waikato, that's a couple of times I've looked long out of the back.
Maybe a bit too long, eh? I think they could have.
This is better. Good midfield turnover. And now they need some players getting ahead. I know it's hard with one on the sideline. Waikato here. They'll be happy to just keep possession for as much of this 5 minutes as they can. I think if they can perhaps create a couple of opportunities but get through unscathed while they're down a player. But Harbour opportunity if they can get it going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Kenan Bicker keeps it.
Just looking for a heater, Brett.
Hey, someone bring the man a warm cup of chai. He's melting away up here. It's freezing. And, oh, lovely bit of skill here. Comes Harbour, the entry, it's cut out. That time.
Good safe play from Waikato there, just let him get too far and not too much control.
And here's Bicker searching, he's got the entry.
Oh, what a ball.
Yeah, nobody there though in that spot. We talk about it so often. Somebody with the ability to score a goal. Nobody there for Harbour. And this time Waikato win one in the middle of the field. Hernandez looks long again, but like you say, it's probably just a bit too long. That's 3 now in the last sort of 2 minutes. I know they're without a player, but they can't keep throwing possession back to Harbour like that.
No, I think they've still got enough. They've got the talent there to keep that, hold the ball through the midfield there and just look for a foot and get a roll on. Condense your game up a bit. You don't need to keep going long if you're one man down.
Yep. See. A bit of a battle down there in the corner. It's going to go the way of the youngster.
Did well there, Si.
Yep.
Keep the foot.
And now they march some players forward, get back into position. Millen, the captain, on the ball. He'll look over, but it's a pretty unconvincing one. And now Harbour on a roll going forward. And, yeah, a penalty in possession. Free hit going. The offensive might have been a bit of an armbar up there that time. And around they go in this back three again. Waikato. And Husmith comes away with it. Oh, I actually thought that was a pretty good tackle. He got nice and low, both hands on the ground. Maybe reverse stick was the call. And away come Waikato, working a bit of magic up the middle of the field. That's a nice pass if they can get another one.
Yeah,
it's just too big.
Yeah.
Again, would love to see either a recycle or a transfer or just something to allow them to get those players up there, then to find a breaching pass.
Yeah, the old Mulu bell out there.
Yep. Oh, lovely transfer here. Harbour with a bit of space now. Coming forward. And, they're pretty sure they'd kept that one in. Over there you could hear the disapproval from the Harbour bench. And now it goes down the other end of the field. It's going to be long corner here as well. It was touched.
Yep.
And Shaq's gone and got the ball for them as well.
Yeah.
Too nice sometimes.
Half the team are yelling at him to keep it out.
Yeah.
It's a hard one goalie. There's no one backing him up to pass to, so he can't really do much.
And we're inside 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, 1-1. Suresh, it seems to be my curse. Are we back for another shootout?
Oh, mate, this turf number 1.
We've already had 3 out of 5 go to penalty shootout.
Half time over the other side is still 0-0.
Yeah,
Auckland, Wellington.
I'll tell you what, it's 2 games here that are pretty tight so far. We have double shootout. Here's an opportunity. And pretty easy in the end for Kanji. Fernandez kind of sprayed that one a little bit.
Yeah, just not getting enough of it, right? Probably had too much time.
Yeah. And they get it out. Oh, he's kept it in. Excellent running there up the front from Harbour. And now the link up. This is a great pass. One-on-one with Ailish Suka. Oh, what a touch. Ailish Suka, that's special.
Defended that nicely, didn't he?
Yeah. One hand to get a stick in it and only get the ball just to veer it away on the carry. And now things are opening up a little bit here. 90 seconds left in the third. Can a team find a way through before the break? A little back and forth there out in front of the dugouts. That one's going to go the way of Waikato. And Devon is across the field. That's mistrapped, and the touch last off Harbour. So Waikato another go at it. Fernandez rolls it forward. We've got the entry. And there's the corner. Much to the support of the Mulu Bells out in front of us, and with 30 seconds left on the clock, it's probably going to be the last effort of this third quarter. We'll see it again on the replay. Lovely drive on the baseline, beats one. That one's probably worth the corner, and that one definitely is.
Just gotta be mindful of that stuff, hey? Just keep your stick clear. There's nothing silly, but
yeah, I think defenders often guilty of trying to do something on your reverse stick there rather than just keeping the inside pressure and allowing the goalkeeper to mop up the baseline. Can't keep the hand out of the cookie jar as it is. And now Waikato, well, that's definitely not how it was drawn up. I think they got lost between whether the guy was flicking it or passing it or the trapper was bunting it. And again, a case of maybe too many guys around the edge of the circle for Waikato. And we're all locked up here, 1 apiece. Men's A section, Pool B. And just off screen, looks like Parry's needed to find the little boys' room. So
you gotta go.
That's it. Come run off the pitch.
I'm sure we can start the game without these guys. They'll be right.
Have a look at this one. Was a penalty corner earned by Waikato. Taken quickly. Boom, up into the body. And this was the goal. Have a look at that. That's smooth as you like. Looks like a team that's been playing all year. How's that?
Nice touch.
And this one a little later.
Yeah. Just two.
Just like the stick spun in the wrist a little bit. And then this last penalty corner didn't amount to much as the time had expired. And both teams getting through their last bit of instruction from their coaches.
Have we got one?
Umashari there was the Waikato boys. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Timon Iverson with Harbour. Again, some of the crew that have stuck it out in the cold. there up in front of the clubhouse.
Someone's just scored, and I think it may have been Wellington.
Yep, over on turf 2, first goal of the game there.
Start of the second half, I think, Brad.
Yeah, it'll be some way through into that third quarter. Yeah, about 3 minutes into the third quarter. Wellington got 1-0. The defending champs, Wellington, who were upset this morning by Christchurch in a shootout in their first match. And Auckland, well, they managed to win a penalty shootout in their first match. So mixed bag around on that Pool A. Oh, and jeepers, they've gone back straight off the hit off, and Auckland have scored. Despite all the action we're looking forward to in the fourth quarter here, it's just gone bang, bang on turf 2. Wellington score one, and then they concede one just as quickly. And now, ball across the circle. We've just about had 3 goals in 2.5 minutes here across the two turfs. So for those trying to tune into both results, it's 1-1 on both fields here in the men's A section games. 1-1 between Waikato and Harbour, this one on turf 1, and 1-1 over on the back turf, Auckland and Wellington. So no nearer final result for either game. And we're in the last quarter here, which means it's all go for Waikato and for North Harbour, who can find their result.
Oh.
And
what was that noise? Shot.
Here come North Harbour coming forward. So remembering earlier results here, Central Districts, they beat North Harbour in the earlier game in this pool, and Waikato, they had a loss to Pukekohe. So both these teams winless out of this morning's games.
Oh, what a turn.
And now forward come Harbour, trying to bash one through. They'll get a long corner for it. And forward they come, little touch pass in, but over the baseline, and no save needed. And Waikato, they'll bring it back up to the top of the circle. A bit of pressure here for Waikato. Harbour in a full press, and they win it there. Great turnover for Harbour. Searching, they've got the entry on the right side, looking Harbour, and on the foot it goes. Great result for the visitors. They've got the opportunity here early in the fourth quarter to regain the lead. We'll see it again on the replay. Lovely bit of skill and speed. It's the captain, Keenan Becker there, finds the foot of, I think it was Rakesh Shoma there defending. And now corner here for Harbour. Big flick, big save.
Nice save there.
And it's all excitement out of St. Paul's this evening. We had the last update at 2-0, end of the third quarter or start of the fourth quarter. Then Central District scored 2 goals in about 4 minutes. Amanjot Singh, a penalty corner, and then Prashant Chika, another penalty corner to lock things up at 2-2. And then Milan Patel, in the 58th minute, so with 2 minutes left, scored a third for Puki and got them home 3-2 in what sounds like an absolute ripper of a fourth quarter there in St. Paul's. So Puki scraped through over CD 3-2.
So that would have upset things if, yeah, but hey.
Yeah, had they been able to hold on to a draw or somehow find a third CD, well, that really could have put the cat amongst the pigeons in this pool. But Pookie, hold on there. Whew.
Yep. So it's all on here. Still good 10 minutes to play here for both teams, everything in it.
Yep.
No one wants to get into a shootout. So Ruben, has he been back on?
I haven't seen him. I was actually just looking for that at the end of that third quarter where he wasn't on. Usually you can see him because his socks are down around his ankles, though his shin pads are floating around.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if perhaps that knock on the head was a little more...
cut maybe, because I haven't seen him, can't see him in the dugout either.
No, it was perhaps a little more serious than first considered. So
you were running him down, Brad.
I was a get back on there. As we see another one of these squally showers here start to whip across.
Cold, eh? That just looks cold.
It's going to make things tough out there.
Oh, I feel sorry for the umpires.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. It might be an ice char, this one tonight.
Yeah, ice char, yeah, that's for sure.
Oof. It's a pretty rough challenge. Probably deserves a little more, and it will be a little more. He tried to put his hand up and say sorry.
Yeah, I think he knows that too, eh? He
knew
that, unfortunately. He's got a bit lazy.
And now the big overhead, too big for everybody. That one's out on the full from Harbour. And Harbour searching for a way through. It's the captain again, Kenan Becker. He earned the last penalty corner. That was the ultimate tangle up. I don't know if either of them really.
I don't think it was a PC.
No. Again, just because it's awkward doesn't mean it's
your ball.
Yeah. It was a strange little tangle up there between the two captains. As we see now, Harbour again trying to stretch the field out. Husmit looking. Nice ball forward.
Some nice balls, Dunsey.
Yeah.
Oof.
And now Harbour, it's another awkward tangle up. Oh.
Watch out for our cameraman.
And that's it's gone about 135 yards down the 6th fairway. That one, it's going to be a penalty corner. It was a little tangle up again that got all awkward. And Harbour, despite that fireworks of a shot, they're going to get another go at it here through the penalty corner. We'll see it again. Yeah, pretty tough one to see what had all happened in that. So we're going to get it here. PC for Harbour. They had a good flick on the last one. And that's...
the variation.
Yeah, they call this the reload, this one. You're going to go all the way back to halfway. Let the man with the card come back onto the field. And then have another go at the attack. Probably not the way I'd draw up a PC, yes?
No, I think it just came out pretty quick, though.
It came out hot, and I think that's probably what got them. Beat them all. And now opportunity lost for Harbour. We're going to have another stoppage here for another player down for Harbour.
Is that Keenan? No.
Okay. It is Keenan, the captain. They've already lost Ruben D'Souza. And now Kenan Becker has gone down. He's no stranger to an injury, young Keenan.
Yeah.
Touch wood that it's not the case, but he's remained down for a few moments. And the sub will roll as well. So they've lost Ruben D'Souza. They're also going to lose Keenan Bicker, the captain, and North Harbour, well, they're going to have 5.5 minutes of doing it pretty tough here without those two on the field. Oh, bit of 3D though, run out of space down that left touch line. Oh, another good overhead targeting that baseline though, couldn't be brought under control. And now Waikato almost looking happy to take their time here. And the way that other game finished, well, a winner here could jostle things up towards second on the leaderboard. Puki, they're clear at the top with 2 wins at the moment. CD, they've got a win and a loss, and both these two teams off 1 loss. So a team here with a win and potentially a
what a ball.
4 points. Oh, that one's too far ahead. Sharishra Thor, he'll come and kick it as hard as he can, but yeah, sharp. And it's opening up both ends here, playing a bit of force back over these last couple of minutes. Both teams searching for the go-ahead.
Clear one.
Yep. I can't imagine neither team are going to clear enough for a bonus point, so...
stranger things have happened.
Wow, you're right.
2 goals. 2 goals for the bonus, that's all.
Under... Just over 4 minutes left to play here, under 5. As we see Waikato trying to find a way through.
Miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Still get the long corner.
Yeah, there's Devon Hari. He'll win a free hit just inside the 25-yard line. And over on... Opportunity here in the circle. It's going to fall. Good save from Shaq.
Good boy.
And over on turf 2, penalty corner. Looks like for Auckland in that game against Wellington. And right here, long corner for Waikato. Searching down the left side this time. They'll get the sideline hit. Sai Hari will get things going. Nice little 3D pass there. Oh, they thought they'd won one there, Waikato. Harbour, they'll win one up towards halfway. The penalty corner on field 2 wasn't converted. So end of the 3rd quarter over there, it's still locked up at 1-1.
So the last 3 at this quarter, so it's all on.
Yep.
1-1-1-1.
Yeah, the fans in the middle, they got their heads on swivels at the moment, trying to keep up with both games. How exciting is the men's section again this year? 3D, that's going to be a little bit too big that time for Rakesh Soma. No, it was Sai Hari, in fact. Again, two teams that have kind of difficult numbers to read. The Harbour ones just blend in, and the Waikato ones are pretty small, especially when they get away down the other end of the field. Yeah. Nice work there by Waikato.
Keenan's
oh, yeah, love it. Yep, Keenan's back on the pitch, showing off some of those skills. And that one's cut out by Fernandez.
Last 2, so plenty of time for both teams. Just see Bagsy on the run again. He's done a few steps today.
Yeah, well, I mean, between the 3 sets of shootouts that they've got to get organised for, it's a bit of extra work for the official crew this certainly this morning.
Nice little circle entry. It's just, yeah.
And Harbour are going to come up with it again. Cut out by Ailish Suka with his reach.
Coming up into the last minute of the game.
Cut out again, this time Waikato. How many more opportunities are Harbour going to have to find the breach pass? Here's a big opportunity, bit of space now down the right side. Entry's good. Pass is cut out. Second phase is there. Third phase coming. Oh yeah. Oh.
That's a nice bit of skill.
Yeah, that was excellent, Shahil. Lala.
Some nice touches. Like
there was 3 of them in there. Just nobody could get the one. And 30 seconds now. Do we have shootout number 4? Or do we have a late last-minute miracle for either team here? Harbour look long bombs. It's gone up. Pretty sharp reactions here from Big Ailish.
Yep.
And that's probably going to count down the clock here, which means, S-Man, we're in for an overtime bonus. We've got some free hockey extras here by way of the penalty shootout.
So we use up our turf time we paid for.
Well, that's it. That's exactly it. So for those of you that are unaware, although I'm sure we've seen it about 3 times already today, penalty shootout will decide this one between North Harbour and Waikato. And for those unfamiliar, penalty shootout, each team will nominate 5 attacking players and 1 defending goalkeeper to partake in the penalty shootout. And each attacker will have 8 seconds to move the ball from the attacking 25-yard line into the circle and attempt to score a goal. There's no limit on shots, saves, rebounds, or opportunities. It's just an 8-second clock to try and score a goal. If there's an infringement by an attacker, use the back of the stick, body shielding, or anything along those lines, then the shootout is over. Same thing if the ball goes out over the back line, shootout is over. If the goalkeeper commits an infringement, so again, bad tackle, stick challenge, obstruction, anything like that, then the option of a retake or a penalty stroke may be awarded to the attacking player depending on the severity of the infringement. So a lot of excitement, 8 seconds at a time, and if we are still level after 5, then we will go to a sudden death penalty shootout 1-for-1 until we can get a winner. Now, the ramifications on the points table mean the loser of the penalty shootout will take 1 point, and the winner of the penalty shootout, they'll take 2 points. Neither of those enough to get ahead of CD, who have a win and a loss. And of course, neither will get up to Puki, who have 2 wins. And just as even as it is on this turf, we're still locked up 1-1 over on turf 2 between Wellington and Auckland as well. As we see the extra umpires making their way out onto the turf. I think there's 5 of them we count most times. 6. 1 watching the ball, 1 watching the goalie, 1 watching the baseline. 3 with their hands together, all covered around a 8-second stopwatch. And who knows, I guess. Anyway, as we see Devon Hari out there in the middle of the field, looks like he might be one of the shootout takers for Waikato.
Kaupish Mora.
Yeah, looks like Hans Singh, I think he's out there. It's Waikato.
Amal Singh and
I'm trying to find numbers. Is that Ashish?
I think so.
No, he's on the other side. Sorry, it's
14.
Numbers 14. It is. To Jindapal Chahul.
Seen a pretty good display for the first shootout of the day, with Bay of Plenty boys doing a few pirouettes.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty epic skill sets on display. As is expected at this tournament, man, there's no shortage of stick skill among these players. So It's always pretty epic to see it on display here, and we get to see another one. So goalkeepers will head down to the baselines.
As you'd expect, Keenan's leading the charge, I think. He would be there.
Yeah. Interestingly, you'd love to, I'm sure they'd love to have Ruben De Souza available for the shootouts, but he's...
Can't see him anywhere, actually.
No. Hopefully we can get an update on that. We might bring that news to you tomorrow morning once we find out.
I think I got his mobile on my phone. I could ring him up and ask him if he's all right.
And both teams look like they are ready for some shootout action. Umpires, well, they've maybe got the stopwatch ready.
Okay, just trying to dodge this pole here. So
Yeah, it's at the tough end for us.
first up, Devon Harry.
So 8 seconds from here goes Devon Harry. Oh, with the spin, and does him a number there. First one is a make for Waikato.
Picking up a bit of wind there, eh? From
Yeah, a bit of a breeze coming through the mics. Oh, in fact, it's Mike Miller doing bits. Here's Harbour. Oh, just ran out of angle there, ran out of room.
Well covered by Shresh there.
Looks like Mihir Patel.
Gone way too far in his reverse.
Now Han Singh. He backs in and he's found the back of the net too. A second for Waikato. Yeah, so apologies team. It wasn't wind ripping through. It was just
Mike Miller covering it up.
yeah, poorly performing staff members. Second one here for Harbour. Oh, smooth. Really smooth work there. And they convert 2-1.
Needed that, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, had to stand up and make this one, that one. And now here is Bishmora for Waikato.
Oh, good save there.
Yeah, great save, Shaq Kanji. And now an opportunity for Harbour to level things back up at 2-2 if they can make this one.
This Raj, is it?
I don't know, he's got a pretty impressive moustache there. He's got his fresh fade as well. It's Raj Narandas.
It's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Looks pretty sharp.
Oh, what a save.
Wow, big save.
Yeah, diving out to the stick side, Sharish Rathor. Had to get all of it there.
Big guy too.
Yep.
Got down nice and low and good save. Here's Armol.
Little head feint. And he sprayed one wide. Early shot.
Yeah.
Took it really quickly. And now another opportunity for Harbour to equal things up. 2-1 in favour of Waikato. And it's
Keenan.
the captain. Oh, really smooth turn there. Waikato appealing for an obstruction there as he backed in, but I think they're not going to get any love for it.
Tied up.
Yeah, locked up here. Big one here. Tejindapal.
Oh, good
Tries
boy.
to go elevator. Shaq does enough.
Good boy, Shaq.
Now, this is the opportunity for Harbour to win it. They've trailed the whole shootout. And now an opportunity with a goal here to take the victory. I think it's Harmondeep. Let's see, what has he got? 8 seconds to put the nail in the coffin. Little fake. Gets it away. And it's a goal here again with the appeals.
I think Sharish may have come out too.
He came a long way out.
Then, just caught himself on the ground.
Yep. And North Harbour, well, they do it on the back of 3 saves in a row from Shaq Kanji.
Good plays from Shaq there, and some nice plays from the other goalie, Sharish, as well. So right onto the goalies, some big plays, but
North Harbour get it done.
Yeah.
In the penalty shootout. So
all 3.
Another tough one. Locked up at 1-1 come the end of the game, and 3 shootouts to 2 in favour of the visitors. So the home team can't get it done in the last game on the live stream field. And that is our final game for the day here. For those of you that have watched either this game or anywhere through the day, thanks for joining in. This stream has been brought to you by the team at Local Gecko Productions and support by One Foundation. We'll be back again for all the action on Turf 1 Day 2 tomorrow. Make sure you...
9 a.m, Brad.
Yeah, that's it. First game at 9. Make sure you join us on the YouTube NZISA. We'll see you then for Day 2.
Thanks, everyone. Safe drives.